Hey guys, welcome to another video. So there's been a massive leak in the LEGO Harry Potter community. So the first big news is the fact that we're getting a winter wave releasing in January of 2026, which is quite surprising because half of the time LEGO release their winter waves for the LEGO Harry Potter theme in March, but it will be January next year. And we are getting a lot of LEGO Harry Potter sets. This is going to be one of the biggest winter waves I've ever seen for the LEGO Harry Potter theme. And what information do we know about these sets? Well, we know all of the set names, we know the set numbers, we know the set prices, so there is a lot of information to go through, and this won't be the only video I'm going to make on this. In this video I'm just going to be focusing on giving you all the information that I can, and then I'll make future videos going into details of what exactly we can expect from each one of these sets. So I'm going to go from cheapest to most expensive, and the first one is going to be $15, and that's going to be a Hogwarts Castle expansion system set, and that is going to be called the Sorting Hat. Now from what I understand, this set is going to be a throwback to the original Sorting Hat set in 2001, which was also similarly priced at the $10 to $15 region. Minifigures for this set won't be too great, probably Professor McGonagall and maybe Harry Potter as well. Moving on to the next set, we have a $20 set, which is going to be Harry and Hagrid's Privet Drive Motorcycle, which is quite a peculiar set name, I will say. But this set is going to be based on either one of two scenes. It's either going to be where Hagrid takes Harry from Privet Drive and takes him to the Burrow in the later movies, or it will be the very first scene that we see in the Philosopher's Stone, which I think is going to be more likely. This is where Hagrid flies to Privet Drive on his motorcycle, and the Harry figure is obviously a baby Harry figure, like we saw which came with the Lily Potter minifigure in the LEGO Harry Potter CMF Series 2 back in 2020, I believe. But regardless of which scene it's based on, I'm already a big fan because we've never had Hagrid become available in a set so cheap before in the history of LEGO Harry Potter. Now the next set, we don't know if it's going to be a Hogwarts Castle expansion series set. It's just called Cornish Pixies, and it's going to be $30 US. Now this could obviously mean it could be buildable Cornish Pixies, or maybe one big buildable Cornish Pixie for $30, or it could be based on the Chamber of Secrets Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom with Gilderoy Lockhart, where he has a lesson based on these pixies. The set name is just called Cornish Pixies, so I feel if it was going to be a Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, it would be called that, but it's not, so I'm going to say this is going to be a big buildable Cornish Pixie. The next set is also quite confusing because it's called the Cauldron Secret Potions class, which is a very confusing set name. It doesn't seem to be any sort of Hogwarts Castle expansion set, and from what I've heard from certain people who are reliable, this is meant to be some sort of big interactive buildable cauldron, similar to how the big Sorting Hat was interactive with the sound brick. This is meant to be something similar apparently, so I wouldn't be too interested in this set from my perspective. I mean, maybe we get some really interesting minifigures. It wouldn't make any sense for this to be a Hogwarts Castle expansion set because we just got a Snape's Potion Classroom expansion set literally a year ago, so this does seem to be some sort of buildable cauldron, which I'm not particularly interested in. Now the sets are going to get really expensive now, but before we move on to them, I just want to let you guys know that tomorrow, the 13th of July at 7 PM UK time, I'm hosting a massive Whatnot live stream. In this live stream, I'm going to be auctioning off over 250 LEGO Harry Potter minifigures and a load of LEGO Harry Potter sets. All of them starting off at just £1. And if you sign up to Whatnot using my special invite link at the top of the description or pinned at the top of the comment section, or using the QR code on screen now, you'll be given £10, $15 US, or €10 free credit to use in my live stream. That way you can sign up to Whatnot and get yourself some free LEGO Harry Potter minifigures. It's really a no-brainer, and even if you don't want to buy anything, you don't want to miss out on the bunch of LEGO Harry Potter giveaways I'm going to be running in this stream, which are all going to be free to enter. So I'll see you guys there tomorrow on Sunday the 13th of July at 7 PM UK time. Now coming up next is a set I'm really looking forward to, and it's going to be $80, and it's going to be a Flying Ford Anglia. Now this is obviously going to be a big buildable movie car, similar to the DeLorean that we got a few years ago, and I've been asking for this set to be made so often it's ridiculous. Now we just need a big buildable night bus. The minifigures in this set probably won't be too interesting. It'll probably just be Harry and Ron, if we get minifigures at all, that is. Obviously the main focus of this set is going to be that spectacular build, and I can't wait to display it on my shelves. Coming up next is a set I'm really looking forward to as well, and it's a $90 Luna Lovegoods house. Yes, we're finally getting this set, and that does mean that we'll hopefully get a Luna Lovegood father minifigure. We've never had a Xenophilius Lovegood minifigure before in the history of LEGO Harry Potter, which is saying something considering this theme has been going on now since 2001. But LEGO have successfully pulled off these magical crooked buildings before in this sort of price range, for example the 2020 Attack on the Burrow set, so I have faith that LEGO will pull off this set as well. The second to last set we're going to get in this January wave is going to be another Hogwarts Castle expansion series set, and that is going to be a $100 hospital wing. Now you may be thinking, a hospital wing for $100, that does seem a bit excessive, but we have to remember that the hospital wing is actually inside the clock tower, which we haven't had in this newer Hogwarts Castle expansion system. So I imagine this will be when we get the clock tower. I do hope it's going to be motorized like the 2004 version, but I'm willing to bet everything that I own that it won't be. But obviously we're going to get Madame Pomfrey again as a minifigure, which is good because the last version, which came out a few years ago, has shot up in value on the aftermarket. And maybe we get something like a petrified Colin Creevy. I think that would be really cool. All I know is I'm going to be broke come this January because some of these sets sound fantastic. And finally, for the biggest set coming out this January wave, is going to be the Philosopher's Stone Collector's Edition, which is going to retail for $170 US. Oh my goodness grief, this is going to be such an expensive January wave. I have no idea what this Philosopher's Stone set is going to look like. I do have a hunch, and I think the Hedwig Collector's Edition Hogwarts Icon set is retiring this year, so I do think this new Philosopher's Stone one will be a replacement to that. But a Philosopher's Stone Collector's Edition set, it's just such a bizarre, I can't imagine what it would come with. Obviously the Philosopher's Stone, but what else? Maybe it comes with other items alongside the Philosopher's Stone, like a chocolate frog card, Harry's wand, or any other magical items that we see in the Wizarding World in the Philosopher's Stone movie. But again, I'm going to get more in depth with the details and the theory crafting in later videos because we've run out of time. Make sure to check out my Whatnot live stream taking place tomorrow, Sunday the 13th of July at 7 PM UK time. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.